let me know when you're going.
Where do you film this from? So you're filming us from there. So I'm going to talk over here.
You can do just be
Okay.
you. It's all good.
Okay.
We got one right there too.
Okay.
Hey, make it perfect. How do you say your last name?
Schreifels, like rifles, but
Schreifels.
Schreifels.
Schreifels, cool. Walter Schreifels from Quicksand, Gorilla Biscuits, Rival Schools. What else you got?
I mean, that's enough, I think.
Name him. That's cool.
That's enough.
Happy to have him here. Can't even believe he's here. And we're just gonna get to painting. Thanks. How you feeling? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling like $1 million.
Cool.
I'm ready to, but I guess for subject matter of painting, like what do you? Is there a theme? Mm-mm. It could be anything I wanted.
Mm-mm. Anything at all. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you about the paint real quick.
Okay.
Soft body paint, good paint. Some of them have holes in them, some of them are filled. So if you run into something and it's not coming out, just undo it. And, you know, you can shake it if you want. What else is going on? These are brushes from my studio, so you might find some crunchy ones. Those are, sometimes you can make cool marks with that shit. And then water, and yeah, as far as theme, it's just, I think the key is like, when I start painting, I'll tell you my perspective. Like when I start painting, I don't really have like a idea or like I have an emotional theme, and as I go, I just start to push the paint around and just see what shows up. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I operate with it currently. And I've been using the white in the beginning and just kind of making, I don't know, just some shapes and shit like that. Then I'll add something else and some shades will start to show up and I'm like, oh fuck, there's a little dude in there. Shit, there's a little boat in there. You know what I mean?
So you'll just kind of like let it reveal itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing. Yeah.
Can I copy yours?
Yeah, you can. Good luck. But it's yeah, it's cool, man. Everybody that comes on here has not to dismiss how you're feeling about it, but everybody's like, fuck.
Okay.
What am I gonna do here?
I'm gonna do something, and then you guys can tell me if you can guess what it is.
Okay. That sounds good. Man, we were.
Or I'm gonna try to do something.
That sounds good too.
And you can guess what I think it is.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna just go.
What'd you pick? Why'd you pick that color?
I don't know.
I'm just fucking dude.
That's now that's actually a good question. Why did I pick that color? I mean, it kind of looks like the thing I want to paint, but but maybe it's just like too basic.
Keep rolling with it.
Yeah.
I think you just nailed the whole vibe of making art. Like, why did I do that? Like, what about it? Yeah. Spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? So, we were driving here, a little bit of traffic, not too bad.
Yeah.
And you're here with Gorilla Biscuits right now.
With Gorilla Biscuits, yep.
Yeah. And man, dare I say this, I'm more of a Quicksand fan. And I got into Quicksand late, like real late, like 08.
Okay.
And I knew about Quicksand and bought Manic Compression in '97.
Yes.
And it was at Reckless Records in Chicago. And I was looking through the CDs, and there was a Fireside CD.
Do not tailgate. Those guys.
Fucking sweet. And it said, the tag said, hey, with a little face, if you like Fireside, you'll love Quicksand.
Ooh.
So I was like, oh, who's Quicksand? I was younger, you know. So I went over and bought Manic Compression and listened to it. And I don't know what happened. It didn't click for me at that point. But then in 08, my buddy was like, you need to listen more to Slip. And when I did, dude, it was fucking on.
So Slip was the one that made sense.
Yes, dude. But then I went back and listened to Manic Compression, and I'm like, fuck, this is like, what am I trying to say? It feels like it's in a tank of water, and there's like a boulder hitting the sides of the tank, like the riffs. That's the best I can do. But I don't know, man. Just love Quicksand. Want to tell you that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
I think that Manic Compression, I like some of the particular songs better than the first album. But the first album has a sort of special thing to it that, I don't know, I guess they're both like pretty independently of themselves, of each other, both good.
Yeah. What do you think it was? What do you think the Slip, what do you think on Slip was that special thing that
I think we were just like, you know, in a good position. Like we're making an album, you know, in this like nice place on a farm.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of money that we don't get, but is being spent on our behalf, and we're like, you know, very creative, you know, unexpected kind of atmosphere where there's like, you know, all these like kind of, it's sort of like in hardcore times it was just like, it's just kids, and now we're dealing with it adults.
I see.
And kind of feeling like, obviously we're still the young guys compared to these adults, but the adults are like, we have adult supervision, but we're also like.
Did you start feeling more adult?
I guess because I was making money, you know, not real money, but I didn't have to like work at the health food store anymore, you know, so.
Yeah, gotcha.
So that was sort of a thing. It was just exciting. You know, we're in a musical atmosphere that was really cool. I think we were doing something original for the time.
Yes.
And I think that's probably the coolest thing about it is like that, you know, especially over time, that it's like, you know, resonates with people and that it continues to, you know.
Yeah, that someone could get, I mean, 90, did that come out in 93, Slip?
It sounds right.
Okay.
I mean, it might be, you know, but around that
somewhere
time.
around there.
It's not,
That it can hit some dude in 2008 and just that becomes like a instant favorite, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what they call timeless, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want to, I mean, you want to make your best thing. So, you know, I mean, you can't, I wouldn't say I was aiming for timeless, but I was in the sense that I wanted it to be good forever. So yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Like I definitely didn't want to have it be bad and then have to listen to it. I didn't want it to be classically bad.
And then you're like the only thing reaching back is like cringe, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So I guess it was more of like to prevent that, it being classic as a bad thing, you're shooting for it being classic as a good thing.
As a good thing, yeah. I think you guys nailed it, or, you know, that's crazy, man.
But yeah.
How's
But it was exciting.
Yeah, man.
I'm almost done. I don't know how you're doing.
He's like, where's Uber at?
Yeah.
I'm the fuck out of here, man.
This is kind of looking exactly what I had in my head. This is what I was seeing.
Is that Jones Beach?
It's Jones like, ooh, that's interesting. That's an interesting interpretation.
Love Jones Beach, man. Love Jones Beach. Man.
The water looks, if that's water, it looks like a bit like, it does look Atlantic-y.
Yeah, choppy.
But it looks like more like the river or something.
Man, we were talking in the car. We were having I feel like a good talk in the car. I don't know how I got on the vibe of like, we were talking about my son Harrison and like, I don't know. We were talking about like, that maybe the kid at daycare or something like that bit him or something, and then we were talking about like, I was like, I don't even look at him in a way where, and y'all might just be like, oh, that makes sense, Ryan, duh, it's like obvious, but to some people it's not. Like the idea of like a corporal punishment on your child, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like why would you hit your kid?
Don't hit your kids.
Yeah, fucking right. Don't hit
your
kid.
Hey, when you were a kid, were you just like, oh, I'm learning a lesson through this being hit. Okay, thanks, Dad or Mom.
Yeah, right.
Now I think I learned my lesson. Did you feel that way? No.
Yeah,
you were just like
pissed.
At the most, like I got caught. That's the problem.
Yeah, right.
I got caught. I should not get caught again.
Yeah,
because then Dad will hit me. Oh, great.
God,
that's what the world is like. I'm fucking what?
Yeah.
8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old.
Just
this
gross,
is how the world
man.
works.
Yeah.
Your own person that you love.
Yeah.
I just don't think, I mean, it's insane.
Yeah, I agree.
I say don't do it. If you're doing it now, fucking stop, dude.
Yeah.
Try something else. That's not good.
Like, look inside about what part of you thinks you
Yeah.
need to hit your child.
Yeah.
That is like you think the child's being bad. Like my mom used to say, she said to me one time, she said, "You were 2 years old and you were in the back of the car and you were being so bad."
What could you be doing?
So I'm
fucking
like,
2
what?
years?
I'm 2 years old. How do you be bad at 2 years old? You know what I'm saying?
Right. You can't be.
Yeah, no way. You're just being perfect
yeah.
almost. It's so weird.
You know what creatures are awesome?
Yeah, tell me.
Besides humans are, it's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah, they're ready, man.
Yeah.
They just want to love you.
They can't do my dog can't do anything wrong. Anything she does is just like
What's her name?
Mimi.
Mimi, cool.
She's
cool,
great.
cool.
But you know, dogs are they're just trying to always be their best.
Yeah.
You know?
And man, that look when they see you and they just want to come up there and
best.
give you the loving and stuff like
best.
that, man. God.
I like how we just did a really good PSA against people hitting their kids.
Yes,
like, it's
we
not
did,
cute,
dude.
guys. You're
Yeah,
not
stop.
helping them.
Yeah, no shit.
This whole spare the rod, spoil the child
right.
thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't work anymore, guys.
Yeah, no shit.
It doesn't work anymore.
Get a grip.
You know what I mean? So we are against that, and just don't even edit any of that out.
No, not at all. No way.
Keep
dude,
all
no.
that.
That's the shit.
I
yeah.
want people to know.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
All right,
dude.
So
Yeah, don't fuck around like that.
Yeah.
Because one day you're gonna fuck around like that with your kid, and then you're gonna find out later he's gonna come and beat your ass in.
Yeah, or your kid's an asshole.
I know,
Congratulations,
man.
you have an asshole
God,
kid.
man.
And your karma now is that you got to bail him out of different problems and all kinds of bullshit because you fucking thought you were a big tough guy. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Stop.
You know, I will say, check this out, dude. I don't raise my voice to my son very often. I just don't need to.
You don't need to.
I definitely have. And there's been a couple times where I saw the fear in his eyes.
Yeah, you don't like to see that.
And I hated that.
It's
I hated
a power
it.
trip.
It is. And I felt the juice of the power.
Yeah.
Real slight.
Yes.
And I was like, I get that. I
Yeah.
don't need any more of that.
Yeah.
I hated that I had to do this.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see the fear in his eyes.
Yeah.
But it's like, so I'm glad that I was able to just be like, yo, that's something I don't want to perpetuate. You know what I mean? But it's crazy, man. It's like so crazy. Yes.
So yeah, we settled that.
We settled that square.
We're against child abuse.
Yep. Don't want to do it.
You know.
What else are we on? What else are we
What
talking
other things
about?
were we against? Like cruelty to animals, we don't like that.
Are you vegan?
I am vegan.
You are? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Vegatron.
Yeah.
How you doing that on the road? What do you do on the road with that?
Well, most cities like Nashville
Yeah.
is gonna have lots of options.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Have you been to Gorilla Biscuits?
No, I haven't, but I'm aware of it.
Yeah, dude. They got all that stuff for you. They just probably shit their pants you walk in there, you know what I mean?
Yep.
That's crazy.
So, who knows? Maybe I'll freaking surprise the shit out of them.
This has come to life.
Like literally.
Imagine that. Well, I can't eat here anymore.
Yeah.
I gotta go. It's fucking awesome.
Dude, this is so... You know what I mean? This is what I hate about painting.
You're doing
it was
great.
looking cool.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing something that's just like, I fucked up what was cool about it.
Hell yeah.
So I have to keep painting until something else cool happens by accident.
God, you want to talk about maddening when you're like in a deep work of painting and you've been working on something for months and that happens over and over. It's like, what am I get why these dudes kill themselves, man. I fucking
Yeah,
get it.
it's like, it was good before, but I can never go back there again.
Right, dude. How about when you're writing a riff and you're like, God, now this thing is just dead. Like I overworked this
Overdid
riff,
it.
man.
Yeah, it can
It's
happen.
crazy. I was thinking about a question for you coming over here, which I don't normally think about questions for guests. Maybe I should, but how do you keep producing quicksand riffs?
Dude, they just keep coming to me,
Son
man.
of a bitch.
Yeah,
man.
it's like a mental problem.
It's crazy.
It's like I just think of a riff and then I gotta I gotta record it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a fucking good riff.
Yeah.
That's the riff to change the world. And I have shit tons of them. And, you know, the ones that actually make it to being recorded and stuff like that is really no rhyme or reason. You know, it's like they aren't necessarily the best ones.
Just the one that hits.
But they're the ones that make it through the process
Crazy.
of whatever the process is, which is like, you know, not just me, it's other dudes.
Yeah, right.
But they just keep coming. And actually, like, I find it easier.
Really?
Yeah.
To bust out a quicksand riff.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I got a whole stack of those motherfuckers.
Like recorded on your phone and shit?
Oh, yeah.
Hell
Crazy
yeah, that's the way to
ones.
go.
And then whenever sometimes I'm...
Crazy ones.
Well, yeah, because
it's awesome.
I'll be like having a time, like a normal time. Mm-hmm. And then I'll think of a riff.
Oh, to stop everything?
And then it's like, I can't really, it's like Dewey Cox. I'll be with my wife and she's talking. I'm just like moving my teeth, thinking about a riff and like listening to what she's saying and literally like taking it in, but just also being like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could she tell?
I gotta go now.
Yeah.
I've listened to you. I can tell you what you said, and I know how you feel.
Right.
But I just come right back.
I gotta get this out.
And then when I get it gone, then I recorded it, and then I can be like, all right, what? Now I'm back.
Yeah. What's for dinner? What are we doing for dinner?
It's almost like, you know, shitting them out in a way. You gotta just, I can't think until it's out.
Walter Schreifels shitting out riffs, man.
Yeah.
Just fucking nailing it, man.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think that's, and I'm not saying that to be like, you know, to me, I think every one of them is so great.
Yeah.
You know,
totally,
which is cool, but, you know, they're not. And they could be, but it's like all the other parts of the process are like what makes something where people can like hear it and be into it and be like, oh, I love that song or whatever. And first I have to get my band homies into it.
Onto the riff.
Yeah.
Do you ever have a day? When I played in bands, I had this like I don't really play guitar. I can bang out a riff, but I'm not a guitar player. But you'll just oversend them. You'll be like every riff, like you wrote 4 riffs that day, and you're pumped on all of them. You're like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Just fire them off to them.
Yeah. I don't send them to the riffs. I have to you have to you know, I'll do it at rehearsal. I usually don't send them over. I just don't think that it's. I don't really have. I don't think it presents well.
Yeah, totally.
And also, like in our band, I think everyone's like really kind of into contributing their part.
Yeah.
And I think that's like easier to do in a spontaneous way, as opposed to like, here's my riff. This is how I hear the parts. Blah 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 blah. Which I think is a totally fine way to work too.
Do you feel like it gets stuck for you guys if you do it that way?
It's just not our way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
in other operations, it's purely that.
Got it. Yeah, totally.
But and it works in that way. But like, yeah. That's kind of the thing.
You thinking of a riff right now?
No.
Got it.
This is enough to like. I am thinking about like riffs in general and just looking at like my cave full of riffs, and I'm just sitting on top of a pile of like a dragon of golden riffs.
God, man. God. When's the last time you wrote a Gorilla Biscuits riff?
I have a in my like here, I'll play with something.
Okay.
See, I just have like in my memos. I won't do it because I have too many memos. But in my voice memos, I'll have.
You're not going to play the riff? Can't find it?
No, it'll take me a minute. Let me see. Maybe I can find it. I just got to scroll down. I just write hardcore riffs, so I'll just write hardcore.
Cool.
So it's not Gorilla Biscuits. It's not any particular thing.
Hardcore riff. Yeah.
It's just I will write a hardcore riff.
Cool.
To just get it out of my system, and so I got to look, you know, all these things until one says hardcore.
What's Sick Riff Part 2, bro?
You want to hear Sick Riff Part 2?
Right there, let's hear that.
Do you want to hear Sickest Riff or Sick Riff Part 2?
God. When were they made? March 30th?
They're probably the same. Oh no, they're different riffs.
What do you think, Aldo?
Sickest Riff?
He wants to play Sickest Riff, I think.
Sickest
okay,
Riff.
Sit part 2. Okay, hit it. Let's hear it.
Oh, this is a live riff.
All right. Ooh. I fucking hear that shit.
Oh, it's coming.
I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, I can hear that shit. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
And I was doing that as the drummer is
Yeah.
just playing his own beat, completely unrelated, but I
no
can
shit.
keep time
That's
and
crazy,
do that.
dude.
And would it kill him to play along to my riff? Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Drummers,
I don't know.
dude. Drummers,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
But
They're just
in-
gonna do their thing.
But I had to do it with him just like completely ignoring this like amazing riff, and I had to stick with it.
God, man, I would have lost it.
But that riff's gonna be ill because it's like it's got these little scary parts, but it's also
Scary, like.
But it's also there's like a couple moments of just like, you can tell that there's like a little joy in it.
Cool. Do you feel like that's how you operate as a person?
Well, I'm not trying to be scary to anybody.
Got it.
You know what
Got
I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
But I think with music, maybe it's just like the kind of music that I came up with, you know, like AC/DC, like Hell's Bells, you know, like.
They just played here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then like hardcore music, which a lot of it's scary.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, you know, I metal wasn't like my first love, but I love Slayer or like, you know, some of the like, you know what I mean? So like scariness in music or like the Doors, you know?
Do you like Doors?
Yeah, of course.
Cool, man. Yeah, of course, dude.
Who wouldn't like the Doors?
I like the movie The Doors.
Yeah.
With Val, rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Man.
Dude, okay, here we go. Real question.
What?
I texted a few of my buddies. I'm like, hey, I'm not interviewing, but I'm like talking to Walter today and like painting and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm drawing a blank because like I told you, I don't think pre-load questions very much. You know what I'm saying? Because we just kind of roll with it. But I hit my dude up, Kevin, in Detroit, and introduced me to quicksand back in the day.
Oh, cool.
This is a heavy quicksand interview, and I know you're here with Gorilla Biscuits, but
That's fine.
But he asked about a record, like what compelled you guys to get back together briefly in the 90s, record material, and then what happened with all that?
We had been touring Manic Compression, and then just we had been, I think at the time, you know, a little bit of just youthful dramatic flair.
Yeah, right.
Of just being like, you know, fuck this, let's end it, you know what I mean? Like, and so we ended the band, and then, you know, the record label was like, you guys are crazy. But you know, they signed me to like a solo deal. That was good, I guess. But then you know, it just kind of came like, oh, let's try to play together again. And maybe that was a year later or something. We had taken a break. And then we did a tour with Deftones.
Okay.
That was awesome. Really.
What year was
fun.
that?
I don't know.
Whatever year it
In
was.
the 90s.
Yeah, got it. There you go. That was 1 year.
Yeah. And then on the tour, it just didn't feel good. It didn't feel right. You know what I mean? We like not all around, but just like the energy was not right. And so it was just like, we did the right thing breaking up. I don't want to play.
Yeah.
And so then we just left it alone. We did record some material.
Yeah,
we
right.
did like some demos, and I think that they were pretty good. Some of it was really good, actually, but not enough. You know, it just wasn't a time that you would like release an EP or something. It just wasn't like that. And so the material just kind of sat. I think it's on the internet, some of this material.
Okay.
And some of it I think is really good. And then some of it I think is just underdeveloped because they were demos.
Got it.
And would we release it? It's already on the internet.
Done.
I'm not. We have talked about re-recording some of the songs that are really good. But then I just would rather spend the time making something new.
Jamming new, totally, man.
You know, I just like, I have like...
You're a riff machine.
Yeah, I have all these riffs.
So
you hear that riff that I just played, sickest riff,
it's the
riff
sickest
ever, part
fucking
2?
riff, yes. We didn't listen to part 2. Come on, man. Fucking holding out here.
No, that was part 2.
Oh, my bad.
But let me hear what...
Sickest riff.
Sickest riff.
That's right.
With fire.
All right, come on now. Yeah, I see the distinction.
Am I wrong?
No, dude, I get it for sure. He's kind of playing along.
You won't do it right.
That's heavy, dude.
Right?
That's heavy. Yeah.
I have a new part coming
You're
up.
playing that?
Yeah.
I'm just playing. Yeah, there you go.
There's something there.
Yeah, for sure.
He's trying to be a little too artistic about it for my taste.
Yeah, a little. It feels like sounds like prong, like he's pronging it a little bit.
I wish it, you know, and then pick it up. It's a sick riff.
That is a kick-ass riff. It's the sickest riff.
Yeah.
I think that riff. Well, hear me out. I don't know the full fruition, but from that, I heard that one better than I heard the other one.
Oh, they're both great guys.
True.
I can hear in them where the future of
rock
is for my rock.
That's awesome, dude. I love the when I started painting and stuff. I get self-deprecating and shit like that at my work and stuff, and I just love how like I was making a little jab on the riff just because I heard the other one better, and you're like, they're both so fucking sick, dudes. Yeah,
you don't even know.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear. Okay, dude.
That's fine. Everyone's got a right to their opinion.
Oh yeah.
I like yours a lot.
You like my riffs?
I like just the colors you're using. I got to brighten my shit up.
It's like pastel, dude.
How do I make that bright color? I have to pick a different color that's brighter than the ones
you
I'm
probably
using.
want to. If you get too hard on that red, you might have like hellscape in there, which I'm cool with. But
yeah.
Let me see. Did you
Whatever.
try
I'm
this
doing fine, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to run for best painter in America.
You're doing great. You're the best riffer in America. I broke out Distant Populations yesterday. And when that shit came out, man, I was like, it's all I listened to. And,
man, thank you.
Fuck yeah, man.
I'm glad.
Fuck yes, dude.
I really love that album. I'm really stoked on it. And it was really
so fucking good.
Really nice to do something off the progress that we had made with interiors, you know, like so that it wasn't just a one-off, you know?
You can hear it. You can, for sure.
So we were able to like progress.
I love it. What's that song that starts with a K?
Katakana.
Man, that shit is hard.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. We were, what was I trying to say? You know how people have value systems, value structures and shit like that? I was like thinking, my other buddy Lance was like, you know, the normal question is like, what inspires you and what keeps you motivated, all that stuff. But he did say something pretty key. He's like, what's important to you? And I was like, that's a cool question. And I was like, well, I'm curious when you were a kid and your own value structure started to become conscious to you, like what you valued in the world, not object, though it may have a meaning attached to it. What were some of the first conscious values that you had in your life that you can remember?
Like what would be a value? Like what kind of like
trust, like love, empathy, like even using aggression on something, like that could be a value, you know?
I mean, I wouldn't have been able to articulate them as a young kid, but I guess I was always trying to be like kind of kind and,
Yeah.
you know, even though I was mean too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
But, you know, I knew that it was air towards kindness. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I think you could just get, you know, you get some sort of like package from how you grow up.
Totes.
And you know, kind of like manifest them or carry them along, you know, and I definitely kind of like got more into thinking about those things as I got into hardcore, where you have like these bands like that I really liked, like Minor Threat, and then Youth Today, 7 Seconds, where it was all like
it was value driven.
For
real.
So I started to think about that more.
What did you connect with with those bands and those lyrics and stuff?
You know, be cool.
Be cool.
You know what I mean? Like, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
You know, be against the people that are fucking things up.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is
What do you got over there?
so terrible.
Make it perfect, dude. It's out. The CBGB's is no longer in the dreamscape of Walter Schreifels.
No, it just like
it's awesome.
It's too much.
Too much, too little, too late to ever try.
But I'm not giving up on that concept, but I'm giving up with that presentation of it.
Cool. Man, I never went to CBGB's, man. Wish I did. Never had the chance to.
It was kind of like a yellow building with a very defined door.
Yeah.
With a purple little awning on it.
Nice.
And
how many times you play there?
Shit ton.
That's awesome. What do you do when you're not? I mean, what do your days look like, dude? Not on the road, but like.
When I'm home.
What do you do?
Wake up.
Nice.
I walk the dog.
I'm going for it here, buddy.
If I'm like doing what I should be doing, I might go for a run or do some yoga.
Dude, painting and thinking and talking.
Yeah, it's great.
You're doing good, man.
Yeah, I'm doing my best here, guys.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna draw some. No, that's not the right color for that.
You got the stance?
Yeah. Are they jamming out there, dude? They have some kind of art thing going on down there. That's cool. So you walk the dog.
Then I'll try to exercise. I'll check my emails. I don't know, nothing really particularly special. If I have like I'll usually schedule like some sort of like, I'll maybe schedule if I have anything like an interview or something like around 11. Then I'll kind of like, do I have to go to the bank? Do I have to pick up something from the post office? Do I have to, shit like that, you know?
Normal vibes.
Is there anything I need to pick up from the supermarket?
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? My
Yeah,
friend
what's
is coming into town. You know, we're going to meet him for lunch or coffee or something like that. So I'll do stuff like that. Otherwise, I may have a rehearsal. You know what I mean? And then I go out, take the train out to rehearsal. So I guess kind of pretty normal shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And when I'm on tour, it's like, I guess it depends if I'm on a bus tour, if I'm on like a van tour, because then it's difference between waking up in a hotel and having to drive, or waking up on the bus and then you're just kicking it in
Chilling.
the town.
Yeah, right. Do you feel like this is where are you at right now in your vibes right now?
Very. Oh my God! There's the cool colors.
Got him. God, that's annoying.
It won't last.
This is something that I have Tourette syndrome, and this is something that is like
Sets off your Tourette's.
bro. I want to go down there.
It's a
and
Tourette setter.
I want to Tourette's all over this guy.
It's gonna stop. It's like it's a car alarm. That's not someone doing that on
Take
purpose.
your sweet. No, it's the dude. He's right there. He's like, there you go,
there
bro.
you go,
Thank you.
Sammy.
Appreciate it. Soho House. Okay.
Wow.
But yeah, that's cool. Anyway, what's happening for you right now, do you think? Like vibe-wise.
I am having a good time.
Good.
I'm doing cool stuff. I was just
Kick-ass.
in Atlanta yesterday, had a wonderful time. I saw Emil and the Sniffers. That was really dope.
That's sick.
And
Rips.
oh, it was really cool.
It's awesome. Where do they play?
They played at a place called, I don't know, it had like kind of just like a pretty reg name, like Terminal East or something that.
Okay.
I don't really remember
Yeah.
the name of it, but it was actually a pretty cool club.
Cool. What was the
It
cap?
was bigger than I expected. It was like probably like 2,500.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
2,500.
And they were really exciting.
You know, are you friendly with them?
I'm not.
Got it.
But I just never met them.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of mutuals, and and I have a feeling that they must have been into punk, and if they're into punk, they probably know who Gorilla Biscuits is.
Yeah, right. Right.
But whatever. They were great, and they were a lot of fun because they just had a certain, there was a sort of kitsch to them.
Oh, that's a cool word to use. Yeah.
But they're kind of like Rocky Horror,
crazy.
in a way. But really fun, rock and roll.
Australian band.
Australian.
Yeah. When's the last time you were there?
I was in Australia, I don't know, probably like 3 years ago.
Cool.
2-3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
No, fuck less, dude. I was there last year.
Oh, nice.
It was awesome. I love Australia.
Man, never been. Love to go sometime.
It is really, really great.
Dude, I think I made a door because you were making a door. I mean, it's a different door.
Yeah, but I want it to be like a little bit like, I don't know why I did that, but it's like maybe trying to create some sort of depth in it.
Yeah, right.
That's the concept, but I don't know if, I've gone to like, it's just like color and feeling at this point.
Got it. Cool.
I have something in my mind that it could be, but.
Where does that door lead to, Ryan?
To the center of your mind.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're trying to get to.
Oh, so you're dooring out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, I think I made a door because you were rocking on a door.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is like, I had some wild dreams last night, man. Fucking wild dreams. I had a dream I was trying to I had this like bug in my hand, and I had to bring it somewhere to like safety, and then I kept I kept compulsively dropping it, like letting it back on the ground where it probably would live, but I kept re-picking it up thinking I lost it, but I was doing it was my doing. It was cool, man. I love dreaming. Do you dream much?
I mean, I don't know if I dream more than, the average person, but yeah,
Sure,
of course,
sure.
I love a good dream.
That's cool.
I love even a scary dream.
Yeah, me too, dude. Me too.
I think I had a scary dream last night, actually, and I was just like,
Oh, no shit.
I'm scared, but I'm having fun, dude.
Yeah,
this is
that's
like
cool.
an adventure.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I kind of like, no bad dreams anymore is like a motto.
Yeah, no bad dreams.
Because it's like just telling me about myself in the dream, man. Pretty into it. What are you thinking about tonight's show? How are you feeling?
The club seemed really cool.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And I'm really happy to be playing with our guys in Killing Time because they're homies.
Cool.
And like the singer of Killing Time was like, for me and for a couple of the other guys in the band, he was like our real mentor.
Oh, crazy.
Like he got us
Wow.
he like really educated us on like all punk stuff. So he used to drive us to CB's in his Camaro.
Sick.
It was
That
really
is sick.
cool.
That is sick.
And so it's just really kind of awesome after all these years. Like,
Yeah.
we still have these opportunities to fucking hang out and do
That's
cool
awesome.
shit together. And like
cool.
that there's like this shared legacy. I find that
It's awesome, dude.
really awesome and just fun.
Oh, God. I fucked up. Man. You got some cool local bands playing tonight, man.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, for real. Gum is from Chattanooga, and they're fucking great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really
I'm
good
psyched.
band. And then Lethal Method is they're kind of a newer Nashville band, heavy band, and they tear it up pretty good. I think I'm gonna add some little like like a landscape here, some type of green foliage and stuff. We'll see. I don't know, man. Dude, painting is insane, man. It doesn't even. It's like I have to step back and realize it doesn't matter.
That's the whole.
It just is true, you know. You feel like that when you're like making art and stuff like that. Like, I mean, you sound really confident in what you do, but is there ever a time where you're like I've heard older art, like artists that have been doing this for a minute.
I think it goes up and down.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like sort of anything. Like you if you're working at something, like here I am doing this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? So I've gotten this far.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to feel a little more confident, even though I'm not saying this is great, but it's like I've at least gotten this far. And if you're like, for example, like if you're running and you're running a lot and you're running long distances, you're in really good shape and you're confident. You're not like thinking, oh, that's too far to run because you're running it all the time.
I'm gonna fall apart or something.
So it's the same with music.
Yeah.
Like if I'm playing and I'm thinking about it and I'm engaged in it a lot, I get confident and sharper.
Yeah.
The more focused I am in on it. And if I'm not really doing it, or if other things in my life are more central, then I don't know. You might get lucky, but I do know, like when I get in a groove, like it happens with lyrics, because I don't just write lyrics to write lyrics. I only write lyrics when I have to present the song. And
like you don't just write.
I don't just write lyrics because I feel like doing. I mean, now I'm starting to make myself do it just so I have more to work with.
Yeah.
But once I do get started writing lyrics, then they start to come easier and I write better stuff. But when I'm first coming with it, I'm like, I don't know, whatever. That lyric is okay. Right. It's not great.
Feels like clunky or something like that.
It's just like, I don't know what the fuck it means. That line is cool, but I have no idea how to connect that to a larger thought.
Got it.
And then I start to think, like, why does it have to be connected to a larger thought? Maybe there's a thought in it that you don't know. Like this is what I'm doing now.
Yeah. It's cool.
But I think the more you're doing stuff, the more you just get confident and can get right to where you want to go with something.
Yeah.
And waste less time. But if you're like a band and you're just trying to like make up a song and it's got to be the greatest song in the world, and you could spend the rest of your life trying to write one song because you'll never be satisfied with it.
Yeah, right.
But I think that's true with pretty much everything.
Dude, for sure.
In creative field, Yeah,
I feel like when I go into like start painting again, because dude, I've been doing these kinds of painting things. When I get in and I can do some really deep studio work, and I'm not interrupted, I'm like really in the work. It's so much easier to like love myself in that moment. And it's like, but when I have to, I kind of like circulate my studio. I'll just go in there and I'll be in my studio for a minute. And then, I don't know, like for an hour. And then like the next day I'll come in and I'll organize a little something. It's like, it's just so goofy, but it's like this is ridiculous. First thing that comes to mind. I feel like I make love to the space in order to be comfortable producing something of creative value. Do you see what I'm saying with that? It's kind of odd, but
say it again.
Like I'll tiptoe into this space that feels sacred to me, and I feel like I'm coming in a way that is reverent, that is like, I know this is a place that I can see myself clearer.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of tiptoe into it. Like I don't just come in and start, I'm painting now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if I had 2 weeks to really paint, I might get 4 days of really deep work done because of the lead up to being comfortable in the space.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to understand myself a little bit more in that. I don't know. It really is like a reflective process.
Yeah, you gotta get in the zone, man.
That's it. Yeah, that totally is it.
And like,
yeah,
even if you have a lot of talent,
yeah,
it's like you're just not in the zone.
yeah, yeah. I guess it's like discipline, even.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I feel like what you're saying, I caught discipline.
Yeah.
From what you were saying.
Yeah,
I have a hard time with that sometimes.
I mean, I admire people that, like, for example, write lyrics all the time, just like that's what they do, or like make themselves work for, like, my friends who are like author, like, because they have to write like 2 hours,
like deadline or something.
Yeah, they just like will make themselves do it, and I need
even if it's shit,
I need bandmates and all this other kind of shit to motivate me to like. I mean, I can make up riffs all the time, and that's what I'm saying. It's like almost like a mental health condition.
Yeah.
Like it's a compulsion.
They just come to you.
Yeah, and I just got to get rid of them. So it's like it's compulsive, but it's not, and that's great. Like, I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah,
right. It's an awesome tick to have.
Yeah, that is a good way to put that.
But in terms of like, trying to like make something that other people would like be able to listen to and get something emotional response from, and which is, kind of what you want. And especially if it's like you're like I have like, a body of work that represents like my way of doing things, and, certain history and stuff like that. So I have a certain group of people that are going to check that out and like that progress and stuff like that. And that's amazing.
You mean like, like you're the base of people who like what you do. Is that right? Yeah, I see.
So that's like, that takes that compulsion element, which would be enough for me to be like, all right, I wrote this really, I played those 2 riffs for you guys.
Yes,
They were sick riffs.
Yes.
Maybe that's all there needs to ever happen. But, at the same time, like, I want to, like, serve the part of me that wants to communicate with an audience.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
You know what I mean? And tell an interesting story. Like, how have you been? I'm exactly the same as the last time you saw me. All right, well, we like you, so that's good.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm into this,
yeah,
and I want to share that with you, and I'm going to make that really interesting for you, so that you get it too, and that's the communication. Or like, it just might turn out I'm really into this right now, and that is totally boring and uninteresting to you, but this is what I'm into.
This is where I'm at. Yeah.
So that's and I'm doing it with all my heart and my best effort. So that is what I give. That's what I share with you, and that's my, it's not like, I don't know, it's not exactly like an act of gratitude, but but there's something in there that's like, I'm having this imaginary conversation.
Yeah. That's a good thing to say. Yeah, for sure.
With the people, like, whatever, my audience, whoever they are, whoever they might be.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that. Maybe the main thing is, of course, like, you're psyched to have an audience, but it's like you also want to expand on that
and like connect.
Yeah,
that's cool. There's nothing better than that. I feel like we were talking about like just being present with the little ones that we have, like kids and stuff like that. It's like it really is like show and tell, playtime, play.
Yeah.
But I wish that I want to be able to hold on to that more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Straight up.
Oh, that's like
That's a good way to put that.
That's the incredible thing. I mean, I wouldn't put like such a premium on it to say that other things aren't important, but
right.
The part of you being a child, being a child is, for some people, it's like absolutely living hell, obviously.
Yeah, totally, man.
But you know, but like, it should be the fucking coolest time in your ever. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
Because your mind is like
the most free,
just so magical.
Yeah,
you know what I
dude.
mean? Like things are big.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And
Things
brand new, dude.
And brand new.
Yeah,
Every
totally.
experience is brand new.
Yeah.
The way time works and all those
time.
kinds of, it's like you're living in a magical land.
Yeah.
And
you think we're trying to recreate that magical land?
I think that that's what I'm tapping into.
Yeah, cool. Man.
That's what I want to tap into, because that's the part of you that, you know, when you were little and you could just like play fucking with Star Wars dolls for like hours.
Dude, yes.
Making up some story.
Absolutely.
And then he goes over here, and then I fly over here, and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And you could just play for fucking
So
hours.
happy. Yeah.
And like, you don't even know what's happening, but your mind is actually creating this world.
Yeah.
Like, that is a superpower.
Yeah, big time.
And
big
it gets
time.
rooted out of you in a natural way, but also like just by like school,
Yeah.
you know, all these kind of things, it gets knocked out of you.
Right.
And that's just kind of the way that the world we live in. But the other side of it is, if you have that urge or like, or the, you know, or whatever, you risk in some way, on some level, you decide to risk like, hey, I'm just gonna like paint for like a couple hours. And so, yeah, maybe I just make something that's good or it's not good, or, you know, maybe, but it's not a waste of my time. I value that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like making that investment. So it's more of an investment, not
that's
a
good.
risk.
Yeah, totally.
It becomes a
Yeah.
risk when you think, I'm gonna make it as a painter.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a risk.
Totally. Yeah. So much
Because
more pressure at
because
that
there's
point.
it's just absolutely difficult, and you can be such a good painter,
Dude.
and it's not gonna work.
Yeah, not right for even the time even.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It's just not gonna work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Except for when it does.
Right.
And that and so that's a risk.
Crazy.
But you want to hold on to that kind of part of your brain that does that kind of, that thinks like that.
I think that's like heaven to me.
Yeah.
Like that is heaven, you know? Like or the idea of it, you know? And I just want to, I like how you're doing the.
Yeah, I like that
up there.
too.
I
So
think
now I'm
that's
kind of
cool,
trying to
man.
like
Hell yeah. It's good texture.
create more texture.
You like Katherine wheel, speaking of texture?
Catherine Wheel, I never really got into.
Got
them.
it. Cool. I was going to wear my Katherine wheel t-shirt today.
I know who they are, and I, you know, appreciated them.
Yeah.
But I never really
Pretty good stuff. I
fully
like 'em.
got in.
That's cool. This feels cringy for me to say, dude, but the influence that you've had on me, that your music has had on me, and even your lyrics have had on me,
Oh.
is just really helpful to my state of mind, dude.
Ah, that's wonderful.
Man, I just, thanks for hearing that.
Ah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, dude.
You know, I'm
crazy.
writing, because the kind of music that I really got into, I guess, and when I started playing like in a sort of like pro kind of way, is like trying to dig in.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like,
I can feel it, man.
Feel like what scares you, you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
You have it seems like you have a lot of like interpersonal lyrics of dealing with relationships.
Yes.
In your lyrics, you know?
Yes.
And one that in particular helped me out. How do you deal with someone you're just sick of? Refrain. I feel like, is that the lyric? I forgot. Maybe it's
I'm
in
not sure what song it is, but
it
that
in
sounds like something I would say.
Brushed or something. Maybe it's,
Yeah.
I don't know if it is, but you know how many times I've used that? Swear to God.
Oh, that's
man.
great.
Yeah, it's helpful, man. It's crazy. And just the aggression that I was able to like, but it was like clean aggression. It wasn't filled with all these hooks and knives and shittiness. Especially in Slip to me, and it was like, it was just so clean, And that's the best way I can put it,
Oh,
man.
man, thank you.
Yeah, dude, for sure, man. How do you feel when people talk to you about like stuff that I just said? Is that something that's hard to? Yeah.
No, it's awesome.
Cool.
I mean,
cool.
it's just like, you know, there's records for me that were just like made me feel, you know, gave me some clues to like how to, you know, move forward on whatever sort of thing. So,
You got any that come to mind?
I mean, records that I love. I mean, I would say, I guess it was like my formative years, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
sure.
things that hit me on a deep level, like as a little kid, like Neil Young.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
There was something about his voice that was really haunting and beautiful and sad.
Yeah, you nailed that. Yeah,
and as a little
sure.
kid, hearing sadness, I think and there was something just sort of like raw about it as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So Neil Young, I would say, or as a little kid, and you know, as first like processing emotion, you know, and
that's huge when you're little. It's huge all the time, but especially when
Joy
little.
Division's
Oh,
album
shit.
Closer,
Cool.
which I found I got it like when it
cool.
came out.
Yeah.
My mom went to England and it was like happening, and she got it for me.
Wow.
And that record was so far out that one really hit me.
Yeah.
And then the Smiths around the same time.
Cool.
Because of the lyrics, really.
Big time.
You know, because it was just so funny and
Dude, it was a little mean. But I loved it.
It was
you know?
mean.
Yeah, for sure.
In what sense do you think it was mean?
Just like
I think I know what you mean.
and it was just like, I'm thinking this and it might come across mean. And you know what, God damn it, sometimes I mean it because I'm pissed. And it's like what was the song about big girls or something?
Some girls are bigger than others.
Yeah, and like they were really, really dark, you know? And I did love that aspect of it. And maybe I'm conflating dark with mean, and that's something I need to
I think there was
figure
something
out.
condescending about
Yeah,
it.
that's the term. Yep, that's good.
And
Yeah, that is it.
but it's like
It's crazy.
a sort of Revenge of the Nerds,
Yeah.
which is interesting because like we're kind of living through a Revenge of the Nerds right now in our society.
Yeah, big time.
With all these tech bros, like we used to flush them down toilets, you know, and swirly them.
And now they
these
got
motherfuckers
control of
like can fucking shut off my phone and fuck me up.
True, dude.
You know?
Yes.
We got to get those fuckers back
Yeah, no joke. Somehow,
in the
you know.
swirly zone. We got to get them. We got to hang them by their underwear again.
Yeah, dude. It was so fun.
Make nerds scared again.
Nerd zone.
Yeah, nerd free zone. But where this Morrissey is like sort of like in this world of like where he's ostracized by all these like and he's treated poorly by so many people.
Yeah.
Because of how he is, and yet we're getting a look at his diary, and he's obviously so much smarter than the people that are oppressing him.
Yeah.
And he can sort of like he's just so obviously smarter than them. And
he's got like a tongue like a whip.
And there's like, and it's kind of mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
he's had it.
It just happens in movies, you know what I mean? Where like the bully, like jock guy will come at the kind of like art kid or whatever, you know, the weaker kid, and try to say something like mean or you know, thinking they're clever, and then the art kid will say something, you know, even if it's under their breath, like even though they're in the weaker position in that moment, in reality they're you know, Morrissey's smarter than them, and he's funnier than them,
And it's almost like he knows it.
and he fucking knows it.
Yeah,
And
totally.
it's like these
Yeah.
idiots think they're the cool people. They're the beasts.
The shit sticks.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and I just think he was so good at that vocal style and the fact that he just sounded gay.
Yeah, there you go. You nailed it.
He was just
yeah,
like
you totally nailed it.
He just sounded like an out gay person.
Yeah.
And in my little community,
That's
if you were
good.
an out gay person,
Yeah.
you were going to get your ass beat all the time, and it
yeah.
would never end.
Jesus. Yeah, man.
And he was just that. And I think that was good too.
He went for it, yeah.
You know, and so I don't know how we got on that, but
It's great. I think I was asking, what kind of time do we got? We might be at, dude.
We're at an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's wrap
oh,
up here in a
Jesus
minute.
Christ.
Yeah. It goes by quick, doesn't it?
It does. All right. I'm going to make the I almost there.
Take your time. Take your time. It's all good. I think I was more, obviously, in our text, I hope you could tell I was concerned. I was trying to be considerate of your time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did everything
Yeah.
right.
Man, I was tripping, Walter. Swear to God.
Oh, man, you're doing everything
I
right.
appreciate it. I realize I do need, man, and fuck anybody for what they think about what I'm about to say. I don't give a shit. I'm still learning. I still work on having a tick that is validation. And that's the fucking truth. And it's like,
You wish you didn't.
dude, I'm really working on it. And I think because it seems like to me, it seems like it comes across as like, it's an insecurity, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You
But
just feel thirsty or
I don't know. I don't know, maybe, but I don't know if it's like, there's just a wound in me that I have been working on for years. And the more that I don't admit it, the bigger it gets. Do you see what I'm saying?
yeah, but it sounds like you're conscious of it.
Yeah, big time. And that's what I'm saying. Like when I started becoming conscious and speaking about it, it's not as bad as I think it is, you know? And I think a lot of the Tourette syndrome stuff is a lot.
Oh, so you're legit Tourette.
Yeah, I wasn't joking, dude. Yeah. No, I wasn't joking. Yeah.
How does that manifest?
Oh, dude. I was being honest about the guy in the horn and stuff. Like this is a tick right here. Like this. Like I have
really?
body movements, and while we were driving, dude, I was ticking like a clock. I was just holding it down.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
man.
dude. Yeah, true.
That's interesting.
Yeah, totally. Yes. So it's like, when you talk about Morrissey feeling what you caught of him feeling ostracized and just all that, I'm like, shit, that's me too, man.
You felt that.
Hell yeah, dude. Because I was like,
probably when you were younger, like that would make you stand out to people.
dude, because I could not hide it.
Yeah.
And I think that just increases a level of confidence and vulnerability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it also gives you a perspective on the world.
Big time.
That people without your experience, and this is true of everybody really.
Yeah, straight up.
But I mean, it's just like what that experience combines and like what you decide to do with your whatever trauma or disabilities.
Yeah, dude.
This seems like a very good way to work that out because it also it's like running. Like you disconnect from your mind and body, you know what I mean? Like
Yes,
you're
absolutely.
just doing it, you know?
Yep. That's what's happening here, dude.
Yeah.
And it's almost like it's impossible to stay in your mind, your body, or the environment. But in actuality, when it slows down, you realize you can do all three at the same time when we start talking. I think I just fucked this up. That's okay.
My shit's getting good now, finally.
Hell yeah, dude.
Finally getting good.
God damn it. I shouldn't have made these fucking lines in this shit. But yeah, man, that's what I think's so special about this show, man. It's like, once it sinks in, it's like, oh yeah, this feels like a groove that I can hang in. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's kind of the vibe. But I've had I've had some great guests. I had Julian Baker on here a while ago, and I painted her a second record cover. Did you ever,
amazing.
You ever listen to her very much?
No, I've heard. I'm familiar with the name.
She's awesome, man. She's in Boygenius. I don't know if you've ever heard
Oh,
of her.
yes. Okay.
Yeah, she's like, dude, that she is a. I don't know if she's going by she or what she's going by, but she is just a gift, man.
Yeah, she's nice to be around.
Dude, I'm telling you, just a soul that's rooted and has been here for a eternity.
I love that.
She's unreal, man. If you ever get a chance to meet her and she's anywhere you're at,
I'm gonna drop your name.
you can, but like, just meet her, dude. She's super cool.
All right, I don't know. I can live
great,
with that.
dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
CBGB's guys.
I love it, dude. It feels like hell yeah. Talk about it. What do you got?
So this is like the Lower East Side right here. It's all crazy and crazy.
Yeah.
And this is sort of the shit sky.
Nice.
I don't know. I guess this is sort of like the tangle of the East Side, and this up here is sort of like the ominous future scariness, but with little funness in it. And this is like this magical land called CBGB's. And this is the ocean that you have to kind of cross to get there. And this is the depth. Like that's how you get in. And that's it.
Through that portal there.
Through that portal.
That's fucking
so this
great.
is the Bowery.
Yeah.
And that was going to be the awning. It is the awning. That's
cool.
the awning. But I was going to write CB's on it, but it's just like that'll ruin it.
Yeah, nice.
Because this I wish I wanted to put like a figure in it, but I don't really.
Dude, I feel like this feels like a figure to me.
That feels like a
me
figure
anyway.
enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me anyway, yeah.
Right, all right, so that's the doorman.
Sick ass. Love it, dude. Yo, right here.
Awesome.
Fucking great. Thank
you.
you very much. Yeah, dude.
Thank you.
It was awesome. Hey, thanks a lot for watching these shits. This is Walter Schreifels, all of his bands, and we painted, and I'm just grateful. Hell yeah. You do a high five?
Yep.
Fucking A.
Solid.